My name is Maggie Huffman. I am the Senior Director of Operations and Training for AutoAlert. My primary function is to oversee the customer and employee training for our various platforms and job duties. We have seen a huge change in the level of people's familiarity with technology. Interestingly enough, Gen Z, as they've been getting hired, aren't as familiar with the technology that the Gen Xers and the Millennials grew up with. And so we're seeing a huge change in people's comfort level with new technology, as well as, with the advent of AI being brought in and faster, better tools and data visualization. It's been a huge shift that we've had to adapt to in the automotive space with AutoAlert. When we first encountered digital adoption, it was with a competitor of Whatfix's, and we were with them for about 6 years. And the hope was that we would be able to drive adoption because our tool is more, at the time, was more of a nice to have, not a need to have at car dealerships. And so we really wanted to make it accessible to everyone of our customers and make sure that our internal employees understood it. And training videos just weren't cutting it. People learn in different ways. They want that hands-on experience. They need those prompts. We were having a really hard time getting people to stay on top of what was coming out with new releases. From a learner perspective, I've been able in meetings to hear someone say, well, this is really weird. We don't understand why this button does this or what it's supposed to do. And before the meeting has ended, I've created a Whatfix element that is ready to go. And I'm like, okay, problem solved, and maybe even published an article. And so identifying the pain points for the customer is something that the digital adoption with Whatfix has really been helpful with, but also being able to just hit it quick and fast, and you're good to go. So we have an ancillary product. It's an AI tool that reaches out to our dealership customers and engages them and does the cold calling, right, basically, that a salesperson wouldn't normally want to do. The problem is that it pushes up these tags to the dashboard that say, hey, this customer is at risk, needs more information, is a hot lead, but we were seeing a really high cancellation rate on that product because nobody was paying attention to those tags. And so we created beacons for them. And so when these tags pop up, there's one that says, hey, this is your audience that's talking to the AI. We don't care about them. The AI is talking to them. This is a hot lead. This is what you need to do. And the clicks, the interaction, and the churn reduction on that particular product have been astronomical just by creating this little beacon that you click on and it says, hey, a customer is requesting more information and needs human intervention. Click here to go view that customer, view the AI conversation, and reach out to them. So I think we've reduced churn on that by 30–40%, and we've only been live for a year. So the product analytics are great because it helps you understand how the user is using the tool. Being able to see that our users are not necessarily using the tool the way the product and development teams thought that they would, and being able to come back with concrete information by showing them these funnels and these different analytics and saying, you're losing them. This feature that we thought was really great no one's clicking on it. And it also helps from a training perspective because even if product isn't going to change the product, we can adapt to how we train. We're able to adapt because we understand how the users are using it, so we can provide a more personal experience. We have had a wonderful experience with Whatfix from a support and product perspective. During the sales process, we didn't have access to a quiz element that was a really big deal for a lot of our customers. And before we'd even signed anything, the dev team created a quiz for us. From that moment, we knew that we were in good hands, much better hands than we had been in previously. I love that every couple of months I get an email from someone in product saying, we want to walk you through something and get your feedback, and they ask you how you think it's supposed to work, what you think it's supposed to do, really doing true product development that's based on customer feedback. And every request that I've put in, I've received a personalized acknowledgement of my request, and we'll talk about it. They reach out, they want more information. It's really been an excellent experience to go through a sales process where they tell you that they listen to the customer and their feedback, and actually see that being executed is very rare. Change management and digital adoption clicks with Whatfix.